Happy Friday, Biochemistry Reboot. What's going on, brothers? It's Coach Seamus, your Biochemistry Reboot coach. Today, I wanted to talk about real fast hormones, just a few, testosterone, and just kind of what we need as males to keep us there in actionable ways, because I think I'll bore you with all the science. But real quick, before we go into that, Forge 90, it is Friday right now. Our last call is 7 days from now, 7 days more of getting everyone in. And it's a free program. I'm incentivizing you to come in $1,000 of JK's money and tons of money given away every week in there. And obviously, just going to be a bunch of fun. Everyone wins. You'll look great, amazing results, the dream body. So make sure you book your orientation totally free. It's on us. Reason I want to do it is as your new coach, I wanted to bring in value and hopefully that you get to know, and trust me as your coach in the long run past 90 days. Because we all know these things are not 90 days long. Your health focused and optimal biochemistry deserve it. So with that being said, let's just talk about real quick testosterone and a bunch of other areas like estrogen, follicle stimulating hormone, FSH, and then luteinizing hormone, all those things. Just real quick, wanted to talk about just the negative effects, like of andropause, hypogonadism, all these areas. Just to give you an analogy, basically in a fitness and nutrition component, if you are in survival mode, your body creates a winter environment. So basically, with that being said, this winter environment, everything with your hormones becomes really low, right? It is a time for you to put on weight because it's saving itself for what's going to come after, right? In that winter, your body is more likely susceptible to put on more weight. Sex drive is low. And then things such as you wanting to go out just comes down. You wanting to do anything comes down, any activities and things like that. So imagine that going into a challenge like Forge 90 where your hormones are not optimal at all. And you're kind of like you're throwing more stressors into it. You guys have to understand weight loss is a stressor, exercise is a stressor. All these things are stressors to the body. It doesn't matter. This is homeostasis, this is weight loss, this is training, this is your life, this is your wife, this is something. It's all stress just trying to pull you different ways. So homeostasis is that safe place. So in survival mode, as it deems for fitness and nutrition, even in your reboot, you're getting away from your homeostasis. You're learning how to cope with stress differently, lifestyle, things like that. All that kind of, messes with your testosterone levels, brings you down, estrogen high. Other areas, follicle stimulating hormone coming down, your luteinizing hormone, not the worst, but thyroid stimulating hormone might have reverse T3 to T4. So other things are, really going in a wrong way. So like an andropause or what we call like male menopause, prostate enlarging, sex drive coming down, obese, overweight, liver and prostate and colon issues, all these negatives, stress, cortisol, even cortisol itself in your day to day, stress itself, not so bad acutely if like a workout, right? But stress itself in terms of chronic, right, can lead to these negative effects, down regulating. So what happens with testosterone with all these things? Maybe testosterone goes down two forks. Maybe we make more estrogen, or we might get bound with sex hormone binding globulin. So with that being said, things like that, we want to make sure we unbind our testosterone so we can have what we feel like is more. It's not that we have more, it's just we have access to more. Think of it as like a bank account you have millions of dollars in, but you don't even know your PIN code into your own bank account. So it's like you have it, but you can't access it. And then estrogen being that other fork in the road. Well, you still have to have proper estrogen, estradiol, and like estrogen levels, but you want to make sure we want to maintain as much of the testosterone we have. So with that being said, what are the three places? There's four and more, but three areas that I want to talk about do well. Nutrition. So with that being said, a lot of people that I see with the testosterone hormone levels all over the place are people that did too much of this, up and down, going crazy, going from diet to diet to diet. The best thing here is to maintain a program that's doable and having set macronutrients. Macronutrients is actually pretty advanced. So let me break it down. Having set scheduling and food timing. And if that's even, crazy, I would say for males, having breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because it fits in societal needs, it fits a work day. Having a few snacks in there, protein based. You see this in our Forge 90 program. We get you guys on macros. We teach you how to do the macros. We teach you how to come down. We teach you how to reverse, and we teach you how to maintain proper macros based on your individual needs. So when those things are set for you, we're going to do well. Now we have an environment of being able to maintain food, nutrition. Stability really helps with fat loss. So when we have that stability, now we throw some workouts in there, we throw some steps, we throw some movement, our fat loss is a lot better. We come down. So making sure nutrition has a good time. The thing about nutrition is you don't want to stick to the same thing all the time. For the 90 days, I'm going to teach you guys, you're going to have set macros, but we got to reverse you out of it. So we call it a reverse diet. There's seasons to this, like a sport. The next thing is lifestyle. So one of the things I want to talk about lifestyles is sleep and habits. First, let's talk about habits, because one of the big things that we talk about, with the area of reboot is not my area, but the habits there definitely will appropriate and change some of your hormones, because you are learning how to deal with stress differently. So stress and food, let's talk about that then. Stress and having the coping mechanisms to deal with stress is great, because if you have chronic stress will mess again with that testosterone. So you want to make sure your habits are dialed in, and that's what we teach you in the Forge Journey as well. And the sleep, that's one of the biofeedback monitors that we want to see during this 9-day challenge. If your sleep is optimal and you are getting great sleep, like increasing 30 minutes of sleep for most Western people, Western society people, man, it does wonders to their hormones. So stop your sleep procrastination. Stop spending time on this guy right here, right before you go to bed, TV. Wake up at the same time, try to get some sunlight, and make sure all those things are in play and optimize your sleep. One of the things I do personally is I put tape on my mouth. It's because my, significant other wants me to shut up. I talk so much, as you can see. No, I'm kidding. But basically, with that being said, folks that are oftentimes heavier might need to use a CPAP. CPAPs are kind of deterrent in a ways for a lot of folks, because they sleep weird with them. But with the tape, easy to do. You can travel with it, and at the same time, it's just forcing that mouth closed, shut up. Nasal breathing helps strengthen these muscles here, even though there is weight from being a bigger person. When you lose weight and have those muscles ready to go, you can breathe nasally and have way better sleep. Tons of people I've coached have done that. Again, I don't want to say just do this with a light touch, because it's a medical thing as well. So I want to make sure, keep that in mind. Now, the next thing is supplemental. This is the last area I want to talk about real quick. The 3 areas of males that I personally believe will really help are the vitality for men, the EFA, the hormone optimization, and the testosterone for men. It has all the things you need in there, such in the burn PM as well, such as like ashwagandha, D3, zinc, DIM, all those things. A bunch of those things will help increase the DHEA, follicle stimulating, FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone. So we're hitting those areas to just go upstream, and which will go ahead and hopefully help that testosterone, right? So we're making sure we have an environment that's set for it. Now, with that being said, supplements, to me, in my opinion, in this day and age, due to our environment, the stressors, and the things that we go through in a day-to-day, I don't think supplements are supplements in a sense. They're just normalizers. They just bring you back to normal. You're fighting against yourself with the reboot, fighting against yourself in this day and age. This just brings you back to normal, because even if all the foods are down, you're training, and you're making sure your sleep's good, this just makes you that much better, and just, bulletproofs that whole thing, keeps you there. If you want, obviously there's hormone therapy, but hormone therapy itself is not reversible in the sense that you can't get off. It's something you have to do for the rest of your life. Guys, this is like a 10-minute video. I feel like I could keep going. I don't feel like I even said anything profound yet, because things like this topic, when we talk about testosterone and things like that is a whole, study in itself. Tons of people that I work with have studied testosterone deliberately for like 3 years. So this is just a general overview. We can talk about it more. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll try to answer them. But those 3 areas: nutrition, lifestyle, supplementation, all packed into the Forge 90. Again, I want to make sure you guys are jumping into the Forge 90. 90 days. Let me bring value to you. Let me change your life. It's transformed to your amazing body. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Your brother in the struggle, Coach Seamus. I'll see you soon.